is now at capacity. We'll find out how officials plan on moving forward. Then, U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder continues to be in the hot seat over a controversial operation. And in sports, cold shooting cost the North Knox Lady Warriors a chance at a signature win. News Center 22 starts right now.
Local news, weather, and sports. Produced through the combined efforts of the students, staff, and faculty of Vincennes University's electronic media program, this is News Center 22.
With the coming of Farbest Foods and their $70 million investment in the Knox County Industrial Park, a new problem arises. The industrial park is running out of room. Good evening. For News Center 22, I'm Jesse Gwynn. Knox County Developmental Corporation President Gary Gentry says Farbest is purchasing the rest of the area south of FIA. Gentry says the KCDC will be moving in the direction of a new industrial park in the coming months. He stressed to KCDC members at this morning's meeting the importance of having an industrial park. He says 1,500 jobs will have been added to the area thanks to the park and FIA and Farbest locating there. Meanwhile, Farbest officials continue the process of purchasing the property for their new operation. Also, Knox County is still in the running to get the feed mill related to the plant. A primary site near Bruceville continues to be examined. The president of Indiana AFL-CIO is promising union members will not disrupt the Super Bowl festivities in Indianapolis after efforts to block right-to-work legislation failed. Here you can see protesters outside the State House on Wednesday as Governor Mitch Daniels made Indiana the 23rd state to ban labor contracts that require workers to pay union representation fees. Nancy Guyot says organized labor will take its fight to the ballot box in November rather than Super Bowl celebrations in downtown Indianapolis this week. Union protesters had threatened work slowdowns and traffic jams, and an estimated 150,000 tourists flood the city for the game Sunday. Protesters instead plan to hand out anti-right-to-work pamphlets in the Super Bowl Village. Well, as you get ready for the big game this weekend, whether you're stuck at home or in Indianapolis for the festivities, excitement is building. Nanette Sosa has the details.
The countdown to kickoff is almost over. In just 2 days, the New England Patriots will take on the New York Giants in Indianapolis. Thousands of Giants fans.
Let's go Giants!
And Patriots fans.
Root for the Patriots, of course.
Have been flocking to the city ahead of the big game.
Most exciting event that is held in the U.S.
Both teams have been practicing hard. Giants quarterback Eli Manning says his team should just continue playing the way they've been playing.
They got to do what they've always been doing all season, and they don't have to do anything special. You don't have to try extra hard. You just got to go out there, compete, and do your job.
But that won't be so easy, according to the competition.
We're pretty confident too, so I think that's why we're going to show up Sunday night and go out there and give it our best.
The spotlight won't just be on the teams. It's also Game On for Madonna, who'll be the halftime act.
I have never worked so hard or been so scrupulous or detail-oriented or freaked out as much as I have maintaining my sanity and trying to make the most amazing show for the Super Bowl.
I'm Nanette Sosa, reporting.
The show will go on before 70,000 fans at Lucas Oil Stadium and millions of football fans watching at home. Financial aid professionals will be on hand next week to help Vincennes University's college-bound students open the door to financial aid. College Goal Sunday will be held on February 12th at 2 p.m. on both the Vincennes and Jasper VU campuses. The Vincennes campus event will take place at the Shake Learning Resources Center, with the Jasper campus hosting the event in the classroom building. The free event is designed to help college-bound Indiana students and their families to complete the free application for federal student aid. Still to come on News Center 22, a controversial gun-running sting operation has the U.S. Attorney General facing critical opposition. And the Kodak Theater in Hollywood may be no more. We'll explain why the company is looking to pull its sponsorship of the historic venue when we come back. Stay with us.
on Masterpiece Classic.
Don't tell me you'll miss me.
I will, Mr. Carson.
It means I'm not divorced after all.
We are going to be together whether she wants it or not.
I'd wait forever.
I'm not asking for forever. Do you want grandchildren?
Sometimes, Cora, you can be curiously unfeeling.
I didn't have to marry him, you know.
You have given me the power to destroy you, and don't think I won't use it.
Am I really a stranger? Do you not recognize me at all?
Downton Abbey on Masterpiece Classic.
There were fireworks on Capitol Hill Thursday. On one side, a key member of President Obama's cabinet, Attorney General Eric Holder. On the other side, Republicans on a powerful House committee demanding answers. Holder was testifying in the latest in a string of hearings on the government's controversial gun-running sting operations called Fast and Furious. Brian Todd has the details.
Under growing Republican pressure to resign, the threat of a contempt of Congress charge hanging over his head, the Attorney General endures what may be his most contentious hearing yet over Operation Fast and Furious, the gun tracking program botched by the ATF. Thousands of AK-47s and other guns lost, many carried into Mexico and used in violent crimes. It gets personal when Eric Holder's questioned about the 2010 murder of Border Patrol officer Brian Terry. Guns from Fast and Furious discovered near his body.
How many more Border Patrol agents would have had to die as a part of Operation Fast and Furious for you to take responsibility?
I'm not claiming to be a perfect person or a perfect Attorney General. I get up every day and try to do the best job that I can. I have great faith in the people who work in the department. And, you know, that kind of question, I think is frankly, and again, respect, I think that's beneath a member of Congress.
Holder's deputies are accused by Republicans of knowing about Fast and Furious long before Terry's death, which they deny. Holder is grilled over his assertion that he didn't know about the program until more than a month after the murder.
Come on, from December 15th until the end of January, you don't learn about a gun walking operation ongoing in your department? And I'm supposed to go home and tell my constituency that that's the facts? Mr. Attorney General, I have a hard time believing that.
In the absence of an indication that these inappropriate tactics were used, you have here a tragic death connected to an ongoing federal matter, an ongoing investigation. You know, unfortunately, that happens all the time.
One congressman cites what he believes is a pattern of deception going back to Holder's days in the Clinton Justice Department. Holder's response?
That was among the worst things I think I've ever seen in Congress. In some ways, what you did was fundamentally unfair, just not right.
Now, Chief Republican investigator Darrell Issa is threatening to hold the Attorney General in contempt of Congress if he doesn't produce additional documents within a week. One expert says that could lead to a legal case against Holder, but likely won't go that far.
There's no cabinet official that I'm aware of that wants to go through the criminal process or even a civil contempt process.
Morton Rosenberg says when there's a vote of contempt or a threat of one, usually cabinet officials comply and start handing over more documents. Holder's team has told Congressman Issa his deadline is impossible to meet. Too many documents to turn over, too little time. When I asked if Issa would carry his threat all the way, an aide would not commit to that, but did say, quote, "We wouldn't have laid the groundwork if we weren't prepared to move forward." Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.
The family of slain Border Patrol agent Brian Terry has filed a $25 million legal claim against the federal government. The suit accuses the feds of negligence, policy violations, and a cover-up. The Susan G. Komen Foundation for Funding for Planned Parenthood is back on. The foundation released a statement today announcing the reversal of its plans to cut funding to Planned Parenthood for breast cancer screenings. Komen apologized for the move. The foundation has been the target of backlash following news that they would cut funding. On the other hand, Planned Parenthood was flooded with donations, bringing in $400,000 in just 24 hours. Planned Parenthood officials said the move by Komen was politically motivated. That's because the cuts came amid increased scrutiny by Congress over how Planned Parenthood provides abortion services. Komen has denied the decision had anything to do with politics. More people may be dying from malaria than previously thought. That's coming from a new study published in The Lancet. Researchers poured through data on malaria deaths from 1980 to 2010. They found that more than 1.2 million people died from the disease in 2010. That's almost double what the World Health Organization estimated. Researchers found that most of the deaths occurred in Africa, but they say the number of people dying from the disease there is down by 30% since 2004. They say international aid likely played a big role in that decrease. Eastman Kodak wants a divorce from the Oscars. The company filed a motion in court this week asking to pull its sponsorship of the iconic Hollywood theater that bears its name. The move is to save money. Kodak is more than $6 billion in debt. The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection 2 weeks ago. Keeping the name on the theater reportedly cost $4 million a year. The filing comes weeks before the Oscars ceremony on February 26th. It's not clear if Kodak's name will be removed before then or how it will affect the Academy Awards. In this week's new releases, we see a darker theatrical side of Harry Potter star Daniel Radcliffe. Plus, a small Alaskan town that proves that when people unite behind a common cause, anything is possible. Paul Chambers has a preview and now showing.
Daniel Radcliffe is leaving his Harry Potter days behind. In The Woman in Black, Radcliffe plays Arthur Kipps, a young lawyer who's consumed by grief after his wife dies. He's sent on an assignment to a remote village where a ghost is terrorizing residents. This town is keeping a deep secret, and everyone seems determined to keep Kipps from uncovering the truth. The Woman in Black is rated PG-13. Chronicle is the story of 3 high school friends who suddenly obtain superpowers. At first, their newfound talents are fun, but then their world starts spiraling out of control.
Was it an accident, Andrew? Andrew?
Chronicle is rated PG-13. In Big Miracle, one small Alaskan town comes together to save a family of gray whales trapped by ice. Starring Drew Barrymore and The Office's John Krasinski, Big Miracle was inspired by a true story about the power people have to bring about change.
All we need is the cooperation from the governor, but the governor has basically turned his back on the whales.
I hate her so much.
Big Miracle is rated PG. For Now Showing, I'm Paul Chambers.
We've definitely been spoiled this week weather-wise, but has our luck run out just in time for Super Bowl weekend? Danny Taborn is here now to let us know. Danny?
Well, it seems so, Jesse. The rain is coming down tomorrow, but it might ease up a little bit on game day. I'll have your complete Super Bowl forecast right after this.
Next time from Eugene, Oregon, it's Antiques Roadshow.
He helped settle part of southern Oregon, and he was a sheep farmer, and he traded a sheep for the powder horn.
I had no idea. I hate a cliche, but I that's amazing.
You're kidding. Mom, are you listening?
Don't miss our visit to Eugene next time on Antiques Roadshow.
The public is invited to attend Meet Your Legislators on Saturday, February 25th at 9 a.m. in Davis Hall on the Vincennes University campus. The forum will include information from area legislators, followed by a question and answer session. Viewers can phone in their questions the day of the show to 812-888-5334 or send your email questions in advance to wvut@vinu.edu. Our live broadcast begins at 9 a.m. The show will be rebroadcast that same day on WVUT at 5 p.m.